The title of this incident is Playgirl Rejection Notice. This is being recorded August 29th, 2020. This involves myself. I'm Jack Lynch, but the main perpetrator was my father, Dick Lynch. We both worked at Tektronix at the time. He was in customer training and I was in manufacturing, two separate departments. Dad was going to go on a business trip with two other guys to the Washington, D.C. area to do some customer training with microprocessor design and use. He asked if I was interested in helping to pull off a prank, and I said, yeah, certainly. He gave me 4 blank forms, and I was to fill them out with those people I selected who were going to be receiving them, their names, their company address at Tektronix, and they would be mailing them from back east somewhere. The form looked very official. It was a very good job. It was from Playgirl Incorporated, the Centerfold Division, New York, New York, 10012. And at the top it said, Mr. Blank Blank. Well, I put in a third level manager. Mr. Clifford Dorr, Tektronix Incorporated, Building 48, mail drop 320. It goes on to say, Dear Mr. Dorr, your name has been submitted to us with your photo, and I regret to inform you that we will be unable to use your body in our centerfold. On a scale of 1 to 10, your body was rated -2 by our panel of women, ranging in ages from 45 to 55 years. We tried to assemble a panel of women in the age bracket of 20 to 35 years, but we could not get them to stop laughing long enough to reach a decision. Should the taste of American women ever change so drastically, so that bodies such as yours would be appealing and appreciated in our centerfold, we will notify you. In the meantime, don't call us, we'll call you. And it was signed, Sympathetically yours, Amanda Townsend, Playgirl Magazine, with a capital AT/ and a small CD. It ended by saying, P.S. We do commend you for your unusual pose. Were you wounded in the war, or do you ride a bicycle a lot? I addressed mine. 2 of them went to a couple third-level managers. 1 of them went to a fourth-level manager. And 1 went to an engineer. They all were deserving of it, and they weren't really connected with each other, so it'd be difficult to pin it on me. While back in the D.C. area, my dad and his 2 cohorts spent a lot of typewriter time. They were addressing the envelopes with the typewriter. And then the day before they were to fly home, one of those guys drove over to Pennsylvania and put the mail into a box there. So there'd be no postal mark from the Washington, D.C. area where they were working. A little harder to trace. The results were seen about a week after Dad returned. Dad and his co-conspirators were sworn to secrecy. Dummy up or we all get into trouble. He was confident in my abilities to shut up, so I didn't get the lecture. After that, a wink and a nod from a couple of Dad's cohorts was about all that I ever got for feedback. Cliff Dorr, that third-level manager that I'd mentioned, he stood out. He went office to office in Building 48, asking each individual manager if he had anything to do with this insulting letter. When he asked me, I just looked at him and said, I don't think so.